Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So the race is just about starting. So they're going with the elite group first. And we have a couple cyclists from St. Martin and most of them from Anguilla. So it looks like Delroy is leading the pack, followed by Darren. Good day for cycling. The wind is a little bit hard, but this is mostly a flat route. So today's road is on the Northall Back Road, where the cyclists are going to be doing about 40 minutes of cycling, and then once the 40 minutes is completed, then they will go ahead and start. I think it's about 3 laps they would have to complete. So here we have them coming around the cone. We have Delroy in front, followed by a cyclist from St. Martin. I'm seeing Darren. The wind is pretty hard, so going back up is going to be a bit of a challenge for them, but coming down should be really, really quick. Okay, so all of the cyclists are still together. Nobody has gotten dropped as yet. So this will be their second lap. Starting of their second lap. Remember, they have to ride for about 40 minutes first. And here we have Delroy leading the group. Darren coming up on the side. Darren has taken over. Look like Darren is trying to create a gap on the rest of the group. He's pedaling hard, trying to get away. He has about maybe 10 meters on the group right now. Still pushing hard. Delroy not wanting to help, forcing the St. Martin cyclist to take the lead. So Darren has created a little bit of a gap. Let's see if he can maintain this. So it looks like 3 cyclists are going to be in the breakaway, and there are 2 others that are straggling a little bit behind. Looks like Delroy is going to close back in Darren, followed by a St. Martin cyclist. And they have about maybe 50 meters on the 2 trailing cyclists right now. Just coming around the corner to go back up on their second lap. Estimated at the 40 minutes, they should be able to complete maybe 4 or 5 laps in the 40 minutes, and then afterwards they would have the three laps to complete the race. Okay, so there they are joining around the corner. Darren again is still in front. The 2 trailing cyclists not too far behind. Looks like it's going to be a really competitive race. Now Delroy is in the front doing the groundwork for the trio that would have gotten away. Hoping that they would also make the St. Martin cyclists do some work, but I guess right now they're just trying to distance themselves as much as possible from the 2 trailing cyclists. And the St. Martin cyclist is in the sofa seat. And there's going to be a bit of work coming up here because the wind is a bit strong, and there are also some inclines that they would have to get over. So a lot more challenging coming up as opposed to heading west. So the gap between the 3 leading cyclists and the 2 trailing cyclists has grown. It looks to roughly around 200 meters now. And I won't be surprised if they get lapped before the end of this race. We should have about 2 other races coming up. I believe there's going to be a novice group that should be cycling after this event. I'm not sure about the other categories. Didn't see too many other cyclists showing on the start-finish line. So coming in now to complete their second lap. So they're just going to be going around the corner at the end of the road. Again, Darren leading out, keeping the pressure on the other cyclists, followed by the St. Martin cyclist, followed by Delroy. And there they are passing the start-finish line to complete their second lap, and this will be their third lap right now. And just a reminder, they have to do this for 40 minutes, and then after that they will have 3 laps to complete their race. cyclist from St. Martin has been getting a free ride so far. He constantly in the sofa seat. I've not seen him come out front as yet. But at some point the guys are going to have to do something to make sure that he does his share of the work. And there they are, turning the, oh, and Darren fell. But he's quickly back on the bike, so he's good. But Darren had bike slipped from under him just now, just going around the corner. I guess he would have pulled it a little bit too hard. The other cyclist seems to be waiting on him. And there we have the two trailing cyclists. Again, the gap is growing bigger. So leading the pack coming back up is Delroy, followed by the St. Martin cyclist, and Darren is right on the back. So here they are just banking the corner to complete their third lap. So again, this will be their third lap. I'm not keeping track of the time, so I don't know how many minutes would have passed so far. But I'm sure it's probably roughly close to 15 to 20 minutes, so half of the allotted time they would have to continue riding the road before they ride the 3 last laps. So again, the groundwork being done by Darren, followed by Delroy, and St. Martin cyclist still in the sofa seat, almost for the entire race, so he's getting a free ride. Just hoping that the guys don't end up regretting this, because he should be the strongest cyclist coming on to the end of the race if he doesn't help in any way. I'll say the guys are doing these laps pretty quickly, especially going back up where the wind is, where they would have to be facing the wind, and as I said, the wind is a bit strong today. But the guys are setting quite a good pace on this route. Alright, and there they are going around the cones. This is the fourth lap, so they just would have completed the first half, and they're heading back up now to the start finish line where they would have completed their fourth lap. Alright, so Delroy doing the groundwork, followed by Darren, followed by the St. Martin cyclists, and the two trailing cyclists are quite a distance behind. See, they would have just passed us just now, so again, there are no chance of them catching this group unless all three cyclists end up with a mechanical. So if you listen to the live stream and you're in Anguilla, please come out and support the cyclists. We have quite a lot more races to go. It's still very early in the race. Just remember that if you're driving on the Northall back road, just drive with caution because the race is going on. So change in position, so now Darren is doing the work coming back up. Delroy is in second place and the St. Martin cyclist still in the sofa seat. I'm not sure whether that St. Martin cyclist is a senior or junior because I believe they were going to start both categories together, so he may actually be a junior cyclist. And that may be the reason why Darren and Delroy are not forcing him to work, because he's not in their category. I suspect he is a junior cyclist. Alright, so they're going around the cone again, completing their fourth lap, starting their fifth lap. And just a reminder, there will be another race next week. Hoping that we would have a few more cyclists from St. Martin coming over to participate. I believe this event would have clashed with another event that they would have been having over there, so I think that's why so few cyclists would have come across, but we're looking forward to seeing them in the next event. Okay. All right. Thanks. On the back of the police car. Alright, so they say we have about 23.5 minutes remaining. And there we have Delroy hitting a little attack, followed by Darren. And the same other cyclist in the back, as I said, I believe that cyclist is a junior cyclist. So he may be competing in a different category to Darren and Delroy. Unfortunately, I don't think Anguilla has any junior cyclists right now in this race. But I know we do have quite a few young guys out there that used to cycle, and hopefully they get back on the bike so that they can fill this category. But the guys are looking really good right now. So here we have Delroy in the front doing all the groundwork, followed by Darren, and then we have the same other cyclist in the back. And I believe this is a junior cyclist indeed. So the guys are right now going about 30 miles, heading down. I believe I would have heard them say that he has about 20 something minutes remaining before they can complete their 3 laps, or was it 23 minutes gone? I will have to verify when I pass the start finish line. But here they are heading to the end of the road to complete, I believe this should be their 5th lap. Quite a competitive race so far. Haven't seen the other 2 cyclists, so they are quite a distance behind. No chance of catching this race, so I believe the winner will be in this group here. Now Darren has a slight lead on the rest of the group. And here we have Delroy and the same other cyclist. Darren has about maybe 10 meters. Here we have the same other cyclist bridging the gap. So Delroy holding on to his wheel. So heading up is going to be a lot harder than coming down. You have a slight incline, plus you have a very strong headwind. Miles. Into the wind. Delroy right now doing the groundwork. Here we have Darren. Young cyclist from St. Martin. You notice all of them are on the big rings, so not really doing a lot of cadence. And then we have Darren going out front now to take a little pull. Quite a competitive race so far. making a small attack, trying to create a gap, but Darren is right on his wheel. The same other cyclist holding on, not letting them go. And there we have the other cyclist, the trailing cyclist behind. As I said, it's quite likely they might get lapped before the end of this race. The gap continues to grow. Side of the road, and we have Darren taking the lead out this time, followed by Delroy. Darren setting the pace going on, still doing about 20. Delroy right on his wheel, and the St. Martin cyclist again continues to remain in the sofa seat. Starting to hit a slight decline, can hear the gears changing as they put in some harder gears. Speed has now gone up to a little bit over 30 miles, heading 35, 40. Setting. We're trying to stay as close to each other's wheel as possible because that's where they can get the best draft. So you can see Darren is maintaining just less than a foot between the front. Delroy's back wheel and his wheel, and the same for the St. Martin, sorry, the cyclist from St. Martin. And Delroy has just pulled on the sides so that Darren can do some work. Again, this will be the harder segment of the course because this is going upwind, and it also has a slight incline. Notice the guys are still staying in their big ring. Changing the gears on the cassette in the back to make it harder and softer depending on the terrain. So right now they would be quite high on their cassette because again they're fighting against the wind and maintaining a pace of just under 20 miles per hour. they can start the last 3 laps. Here we have the guys sharing some coke, trying to refuel. Get some energy back. See, modern cyclist not wanting to litter, he's putting the bottle back in his pocket. So here we have Delroy again, doing the groundwork heading west. Doing about 35 miles per hour on this stretch. So it looks like this race may probably end up being a sprint unless one of the cyclists can hit a very hard attack and create a gap between himself and the other 2 cyclists. Cyclists. So they may not end up getting lapped again, but definitely won't be able to catch back up to this point. So again, the action is happening on the Nardal Back Road. If you're in Anguilla, please come out and support these cyclists. Lots more races to continue. Going ahead, giving Delroy a little break. So I believe I would have had 4 laps to go. So they're probably going to be doing 4 laps instead of 3. So it's 4 laps they have to go. They would have just completed their 40 minutes on the road. So now it's 4 laps to complete the race. Cyclist in the back, I'm not sure if that's a junior cyclist or he's just training, but if he's a junior cyclist he would have just gotten left. And here we have Delroy now picking up the pace, hitting about 40 miles. Looks like he's trying to put the other guys under some pressure. Darren is hanging in, and the same mountain cyclist is also hanging in there, not letting them go. He's continuing the pace. I believe this cyclist ahead of us might be a junior that would have just gotten left. So the guys are heading back now to complete their first 4 laps. Passing the 2 trailer cyclists. Delroy setting the pace. You have Darren driving his wheel, followed by the Simon cyclist in the sofa seat. And there we have Delroy hitting an attack. Darren is on his wheel. The St. Martin cyclist also holding on to Darren. Pound for pound, pound for pound. Delroy is going. Darren is holding on. Pound for pound. Nobody letting anybody go. Good try by Delroy. Good cycling by the other cyclists. So they have 2 more laps to go, and I believe Delroy will probably have a few more tricks up his sleeve. Let's see if he can create a gap on these other 2 cyclists. Otherwise, he's going to have to be prepared to sprint to the line in order to secure a win. And the same for Darren, same for the St. Martin cyclists. So quite a competitive race so far, quite a good race. Guys are still looking strong. And the race is soon going to be coming to a close, so after they've completed this lap, they're going to have 2 more laps to go. Continuing to set the pace. It's doing roughly around 20. Darren on his wheel, and then we have the St. Martin cyclists. So they're completing their second of 4 final laps. So after this, they will have 2 more laps to go before they can complete their race. No one is letting anyone go. Delroy tried a little bit earlier, but the other 2 cyclists were able to stay on his wheel. If he's gonna try again when we reach the other side of the stretch. Alright, Darren may decide to put on a surprise attack. St. Martin cyclist still looking strong. So he himself may also hit an attack at some point before the race finishes. I'm not sure who's the strongest sprinter. So it's going to be difficult for me to determine who would be the winner if the race did come down to a sprint. And here we have the St. Martin cyclists fueling up, eating some food, taking on some gel. We have seen Darren collect a Sprite earlier in the race. A bit, you're still doing roughly close to 20. You've just gotten over a slight incline and now a decline back to the start finish line. But the wind, as I said, is still very strong, so even though you're on a decline, you still have to be pushing those pedals quite a bit. Right against the wind. They would have just completed their second lap. So 2 more laps to go. 2 more laps to go. Let's see if anybody's going to try and attack on this little incline. You have Darren in the lead, Delroy in second, and everyone is just going to stay behind Darren's wheel this time around. So 2 more laps to go. St. Martin cyclist rehydrating and cooling himself with some water. So second to last lap, and then we'll be coming into the finish. Again, if you're driving on the road, please give the cyclist as much room as possible. Okay, so no fireworks as yet, but I suspect they may be coming soon. Guys are taking it a lot easier. Here we have Darren going on the outside, picking up the pace a little bit. Alright, so making the round, they'll be completing the second to last lap now. And then they would have one more lap to complete their race. Darren is holding on to his wheel. St. Martin cyclist clawing his way back. A little bit of a gap, but he's clawing his way back to Darren's wheel. Will he be able to maintain it? Delroy is still maintaining his pressure. Okay, he would have eased a little bit, so everybody is back together. So a little bit of fireworks, but all the apples were able to stay on the tree. Has been able to drop anyone. Delroy has been trying, but the other guy was still able to maintain his wheel and was able to stay with him. And we have again, so leading the race is Delroy, and then we have Darren, and then we have the St. Martin cyclists taking up the rear. Again, this race started off with 5 cyclists, and we're just passing one of them now. So early in the race, 2 cyclists would have got a drop. And these 3 would have maintained the lead and continued to grow on that lead. And I believe the race will be between one of these 3 cyclists. So you have 2 Anguilla, 1 St. Martin. Should make for an exciting finish. And I believe we still may have a few fireworks to see before the end of the race. Otherwise, we will see a nice sprint finish, which is just as interesting. Delroy doing the groundwork, Darren close down his wheel, and then we have this young cyclist from St. Martin. If you're not very much, come down and support the cyclists. Still have a few more races to go. Still early in the event. So here the guys are now completing their 3rd lap, and now they'll be making a start of the final lap. Last lap. chance to hit an attack as this. So the final lap.
We're down for the sprint. This is the final lap.
You have Darren taking on some water, trying to rehydrate himself. Sharing the water with Delroy. The St. Martin cyclist asked for some just now.
Just let him coming down. Okay, cool.
Alright, so we're still with the three leading cyclists. You have Delroy, Darren, and the cyclist from St. Martin. On the final lap of the race, so it looks like this is going to be a sprint, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a sprint to the finish. Darren? Will it be Delroy? Will it be the cyclist from St. Martin? Last lap, ladies and gentlemen, last lap. These guys are going to be going in for a sprint for the finale. Delroy did try to see if he could create some gaps, but the other cyclists were able to hold on. So it looks like it's going to be down to a sprint finish. Martin cyclist tightening up his shoes, getting ready for that finale. I'm not sure how good a sprinter he is. Delroy is a pretty good sprinter. Darren is a pretty good sprinter. But he may also be a strong sprinter. And he would have stayed in the super seat for most of the race. So he may have fresher legs than the other two guys. But it should make for an interesting finish nonetheless. We have Delroy still in the front, Darren staying on his wheel, and the St. Martin cyclist is still in the super seat, but he's coming out on the edge just in case one of these cyclists decide to go and we have Delroy up off the seat. Delroy is up off the seat, Darren staying close by, St. Martin cyclist on the side, he's up off the seat. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, look at these guys are getting ready, playing cat and mouse, and there we have Delroy still going, maintaining a pace of about 30 miles. Martin cyclists out on the side just in case one of them go, he'll be clear. And there the St. Martin cyclist is going. Darren is on his wheel. Delroy is on Darren's wheel. Will they be able to pass? St. Martin cyclist has the lead. Darren is coming on. The mechanical Darren is passing. Darren will win the race. Darren will win the race. And Delroy is coming up. And we have the St. Martin cyclist followed by Delroy. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, Martin cyclist followed by Delroy. St. Martin cyclist started the sprint, looked like he had a little bit of a mechanical. His gear started to slip and he had to slow his pace down, and Darren was able to take advantage of that opportunity and get past him. So Darren is our winner, and here we have it, ladies and gentlemen, our winner Darren. Very good race. Alright, so there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Delroy said he dropped his gear a little bit too quick, but enjoy the race nonetheless. And there we have fourth place. It's another cyclist from St. Martin. Now that could be a junior, I'm not 100% sure.
So we just had Alexander come in just now for the third place. Brooks, Alexander Brooks. Brooks Austin.
Okay, so it looks like that was a third place.
One more.
Yeah, and there we have the final cyclist coming in.
That's finished for Frank. Yo.
Alright, so we'll just take a little bit of a break and then we'll just come back when the second race starts. So maybe in about next 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, so we're just here with first and second place position. We just asked them to say a few things on the mic. So Darren, I don't know if you just want to tell us about the race. How was it? Was it
it was a pretty good race. Hard race for me. Still trying to work my way back in. I ain't all the best in fitness, but good enough. Me and Delroy were together. We break away. It was only 3 of us, so it was pretty easy for us. Almost felt like training, so it was good.
The cyclist from Simon, was he in your category or was he in a
Yeah,
he was also in your category?
Yeah.
Senior. Okay. I noticed he didn't really do a whole lot of work. I don't know if I was surprised you guys didn't force him to do some work.
No. Oh, you're talking about the younger guy?
Yeah.
He wasn't in our category.
Junior category.
Yeah, he was in the junior category.
Alright, that's fine.
So we didn't really want him to interrupt inside our pacing. Yeah.
Okay, alright, that's fine.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright, so here we have Delroy. Delroy, you have secured second position today. Anything you want to tell the fans, tell the spectators?
Yeah, man, it was a great race, a good event. It didn't start off too hard, but once after the first couple pedal strokes, me and Darren just look at everybody and say, hey, let's turn this into a practice ride first, actual practice ride. So we just hit, hold, and whoever, we just see who can stay and who could stay, then we hit again, and after the separation, we just maintain it. What Darren would do, get me over the hills, I would pace the flat, and if I get fatigued on the flat, he would come in front and rotate. Coming down to the sprint, I know I had to time it a bit better, but I was a bit too excited with the gear, so when I up, I slammed my gears and I went too hard, too fast. But since we all in the season, I still got more races to try better myself, work on my sprints. How I said, just come out here to enjoy the event, have fun, and just be better than how I was the day yesterday.
Okay, thank you very much, Delroy. It was made an exciting race nonetheless, and I look forward to seeing you in the rest of the races coming up.
Man, I'm going to try to see if I can do all the races.
All right, good. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, so it looks like there was one other cyclist in the race. My apologies, was not aware. I did see him on the road, but I thought he was just warming up for another race, but he was actually in this race.
Let's bring Kamari in, let's bring him in, let's bring him in, let's bring him in. Based on the wind conditions, I know the spotting at the Safano wasn't easy. So bring him in, bring him in. Good job, one time.
Right.
Nice. That's about it. We'll finish it. go down and you come back up. You're coming back up with a sprint. One more lap to go, and you come back up. You're coming up to the sprint. That's it. Good? Any questions? Everybody understand? Alright, we're gonna do a transponder check real quick. So, baby, before we do that, let me go through the who are masters, what and what. Got the blade. Alright, so masters A. I got Dwayne Beer, raise your hand. Allendale Sylvester, raise your hand. Andre Hughes. Jason Roland Hodge.
Hey, none of that.
Okay. Patricio Carty. Benjamin Phillip. What?
Danga, you hearing me?
What? Oh wow.
He's studying too hard.
Albert Connor. And then the Masters B, we got Mackie Gums and Ralph Beard. That's what I say, Ralph, yeah? All right. In the novice category. Wait, me, yeah, Cuts. Cuts, what you writing, Cuts?
It is writing.
You just writing?
Look at it, Masters. We need more people.
Oh, you in B?
No.
You want to go in B?
No. Hey.
Hold on, let me add you real quick. I gotta even know. Cuts and Masters A. Alright.
It was always an A, never a B.
Never a B. Don't worry, one day you get to B.
Huh?
God's willing, you get to B. Alright. Novice, Calvin Proctor. Raise your hand. Nicholas Carbon. Craig Emmanuel. Aaron Hodge. Aaron? Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna send the body.
You see the man position he said next to you, right?
Alright, real quick, let's do a transponder check. Just cross the finish line one at a time. Let's make sure. Blade, go cross. Keep going, no. Yeah, I got you. Alright, Dwayne. No, sit there. Let's go cross it after you. Alright, Donga. Alan. Craig.
That's the position for the race, the results. Come on, second place.
Craig, go back over.
Craig, you went so fast with me?
I mean, that's a go back home.
Okay, go back over, Craig. Cuts, come over. Andre. Go ahead, Jason. Ralph.
I'm sorry for them, man.
All right. Who we got? Nick.
Sorry for them, man. You know what I'm getting for sorry for them.
Mackie. Aaron. Albert. Alright, good. Alright guys, head back over on the other side. Let's get ready to start. Hopefully. just waiting on one guy to deal with a nature issue. It's a natural issue. We all go through those kind of things. And once we clear the traffic, police, we good? You got your? All right, nice. Cyclists, are you guys ready? Get set. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, so we're here. This is the second race of the day. Right here we have the Masters category and the Novice category. Yeah. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so here we're gonna give Gamble a little bit of highlight. Right now, Gamble is suffering a bit, but he's still there. Hopefully he will catch cuts and bridge his way back into the gap. This is Gamble right here, trying to give everyone a little highlight. Let's just ensure that Gamble gets back in. I think when he catches cuts might get a little motivation to stay there a little more. But we'll keep here with Gamble for a bit and then we'll walk our way up to the front. It's pretty windy. We don't know if Gamble will be able to catch back in right now, ladies and gentlemen. He might give a little kick because we have footage. We have some highlights on him. So he might give a little extra kick just to try to catch back in. We haven't reached the fourth lap as yet. When they go up and come back down, that will be the fourth lap. So we're trying to ensure that Gamble gets back in. We're not too sure if he will get back in, but we're trying our best to stick with him. That's the gap between Gamble and the pack. We have a Simartin rider right here in the red. He's from the team VCSG. This is the man blade right here, the cutting edge. We have Jason right here, our very own Nick Williams cyclist. We have cuts. Big number. We have our partner here, Andre. Some of you guys will know him better as Belly. We have Craig here in the black and green. We'll slow down a little bit just to get the guys to go around the cone, and then we'll try to pick it back up to give you guys some highlight right now. Have a rider behind us. Alright, so this is Gamble here again. As you guys can see, there's a little attack in the front, so I don't think he will be able to catch back in. I'm not too sure if he will be able to catch back in. So we're walking our way up in the front, try to give you guys a little footage of what's going on up there and who is causing all this trouble. Blade right now is off, Jason is off. The race is a bit hot right now. So we're going up in front to see who is shaking this tree. We're walking our way up in the front right now to see who is shaking this tree. Seems to me like it's Danga and Carvin up there shaking the tree, ladies and gentlemen. We have the man Smuff right here. This is Smuff. We don't know if Smuff might be able to catch back in. We hope that he catch back in. But we're walking our way up to the front right now to show you guys what's going on. Walking our way up to the front. This blue jersey right in front of us, the blue and pink, this is Aaron. Aaron right here is fourth wheel right now. So it's actually Danga up in front, followed by Nicholas, and we have Carvin. So that's a master. Danga is actually in the masters category. Nicholas is actually in the novice category. And we have Aaron inside of the novice category as well. So for novice we have Nicholas, we have Carvin, and we have Aaron. Right here is a Simhan rider trying to get back in. This is Ralph right here, ladies and gentlemen. So we're trying to give Ralph a little highlight right now. Well, Ralph, I don't think you will get any help on this one, but the gap is right here to close. Let's see how. I don't think that would be possible. But we'll give him a little highlight, and then we will walk our way up to the front, show you guys exactly what's going on up here. But this is a Simhan rider right here.
Blade right behind.
Okay, Blade, the cutting edge is coming back in. He's telling Ralph to hold on to his wheel. So he'll try to bridge the gap back in. Normally Blade is one of the race favorites, ladies and gentlemen, but he's actually in the Masters category. So it would be himself and Danga racing together. It's gonna be a pretty exciting matchup today. My predictions is this race might end to a sprint. It might be a sprint race between the guys because it's pretty windy today. So most likely this race might end to a head sprint. It's actually finishing in the wind. So it'll be pretty hard for the guys, but it'll be a pretty interesting one. So as you can see, Blade just got Ralph back inside. I don't know if Ralph would have been able to close the gap back in. He was giving up a bit, but Blade brought him back in. So there we have the guys, Aaron, we have in the green jersey, we have Carvin, we have Nicholas in the purple jersey, we have Danga. Danga is a pretty good rider. Well, he was a pretty good rider. He haven't been on the bike for a little bit, But anyone who knows Donga knows the caliber rider that he is. Fans are cheering on Donga, telling him let's go. Fans are cheering him on right now, ladies and gentlemen. He hasn't been on his bike for a bit, but he came out to do something for us. So we really appreciate that from Donga. So we're walking our way back up. This is the other guys right over here on our right hand side trying to catch back in. Smurf is handling that ground operation right here. He's the man pacing, trying to catch back in right now. Fans on the sideline trying to tell the guys push it, push it. Here we have Cuts on the right. He's closely followed by Gamble. So we are walking our way back up to the front again with the guys, trying to keep you guys posted on everything that is happening. We don't know if there might be any attacks. We just hope and see how it goes. Ralph is taking a little bath right now. Pretty hot for him. So right now handling the ground operation is Nicholas. Nicholas is actually handling this one right now. He's in the front doing all the ground work. Closely followed by Carvin and Aaron. Donga right now is sitting back on fourth wheel right now. Closely followed by Blade. But it's basically Donga and Blade, I think, in the same category. So these two guys would go head to head. It'll be a pretty interesting one between Donga and Blade. It'll be a pretty interesting matchup between those two guys. The guy in the green and the guy in the red. I think Ralph's supposed to be in that same category as well. I think Ralph is actually in Masters category. Ralph would be the guy in the blue, right here in front of us. So these guys are making their way around the turn right now. Trying to walk our way back up to the front. Jason right now is handling that ground operation, trying to come back into the guys. It's pretty windy today, guys, so I don't know how well these guys can walk together to try to get back in. But right now we have a 6-man breakaway. Carvin right now is on the front end doing the ground work, followed by Aaron, followed by Nicholas, followed by Donga in the green, the cutting edge, Blade. We have Ralph. He's the last man behind. He's in the sofa seat right now. I don't know if we could try to pep this race up a little bit to see if the guys would hit any attacks on each other or anything like that. I don't know. The race is still young. They have 40 minutes of riding and then 3 laps after the 40 minutes. So I guess probably after this 40 minutes here, probably that's when the pace would really like step up. But let's wait and see how it goes. As I said, it's a pretty windy one today. So right now everyone will be trying to shelter. No one will really try to put out all their effort, try to waste out their energy before the last 3 laps to go. So right now Aaron is handling the ground operation. Right behind of him is Nicholas. Then we have Donga, Carvin, Blade, the cutting edge, and Ralph in the sofa seat. Over on our right, on. That's Mackie, a regular participant of all the races, so we have to give him some kind of highlight. He told me this morning, he said he always secures the last place. So I guess Mackie already knew what place he would come, and he's not afraid of last place. Walking our way back across the line right now. Spectators are looking on, some are cheering on. But ladies and gentlemen, I could definitely say this will be a nice matchup, hopefully, between Donga and Blade. So there's a little acceleration out of the hole right now. A little acceleration. Donga is right now handling the ground operation. Followed by Nicholas. Aaron and Carvin is right beside each other. Donga look like he stepped up the tempo a little bit. So coming in on our right, we have Cuts. Cuts is trying a thing. He and Gamble is having it out right now. Gamble is his competitor, and they're fighting it out. Alright guys, so you guys see the line out right now. Donga is handling this one, followed by Carvin, followed by Aaron, followed by Nicholas. Right behind Nicholas is Ralph, and Blade is actually in the sofa seat right now. So for those of you guys who don't know much about cycling, when we talk about the sofa seat, he's actually the last man back. He'll be basically doing a lot of drafting. He'll be a bit comfortable. As you can see, he's not really pedaling. He's doing somewhat the least amount of the walk. But it's a pretty good position to be in if you're trying to get a recovery. When the pace steps up, it could be a bit of a hard position to be in as well. So it's a give and take. But Blade is a pretty experienced rider, so he knows exactly what to do to stay there. Donga right now is handling this one. He's in front. Not a pretty fast pace, but he's doing a thing. Guys seem to be catching back in. I don't know how well they will walk together to try to catch back in. Here we have Cuts. Cuts is trying his best to get back in, but I don't know how possible it will be for Cuts to get back in this route right here. Gamble is trying to catch back his competitor Cuts right now, and I don't know how possible that will be to catch back Cuts, but they're trying. Right here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, Carvin is in front, followed by Aaron, followed by Nicholas, followed by Donga, followed by Ralph, and Blade is in the sofa seat. So we'll slow down right now, ladies and gentlemen, just to show you guys the distance between this first group and the second group. we'll slow down a little bit. These guys are coming. Vaughn, if you could turn it around, you'll see these guys coming right closely behind. Depending on how hard these guys work, we'll definitely be able to see them come back in. Bit of a commitment for the guys. I think Jason is doing a lot of the groundwork to try to bridge this gap. It's a pretty decent gap that the guys in front have, but I know it's possible to close back in. The man Smurf right here, he's suffering, but he's trying to catch back in. Smurf is trying to catch back in, ladies and gentlemen. Smurf is actually looking pretty good, but I know he's suffering. The wind is pretty hard, so he has to pay a lot of cash to try to catch back in here. The party right now is still on, ladies and gentlemen, so Smurf still has a chance to get in. But the guys behind of him is walking to try to catch him back right now. Okay, so Craig is taking over right now. Craig is taking over. Craig just opened a little gap, but I know Jason would definitely close that gap. Smurf team and take the sofa seat behind these guys. So Smurf tried to get back in the party, but I don't know. It was a bit hard for him to get in. It was a bit hard for Smurf to get back in inside of the party, so Smurf would probably catch a lift with these guys to get there. His vehicle wasn't able to take him to this party, ladies and gentlemen. Craig right now is trying a thing to see if he could get into the party, but I don't know if his vehicle is strong enough or fast enough to get back in there. Let's see. If these guys could walk together, ladies and gentlemen, I think they will probably stand a chance, but there's some action up in front, so we'll try to go up in front and see what we have up there. Someone is shaking the tree. Dwayne Beard, Smurf, he's trying to catch back in, but I don't know how possible that would be. Craig right here trying to catch back in, but like I said, I don't know how possible it would be because there was just an attack up in front and someone started to shake the tree. I know Craig will try his best to try to catch back in. He looks to be the strongest in the pack. In his pack, the second chasing group. But let's stick with him for a bit. Let's see how strong he is and how well he'll do to try to bridge this gap. So far, he's looking pretty good. He's utilizing his gears a bit. I think he could go down a few more to get a little more speed on top of that, but I guess his legs are a bit tired, so he's trying to spin those legs over.
Notice he's riding one of those oval rings.
Yeah, he's actually riding an oval chain ring. Some say the oval chain ring have a few benefits to it. I can't say much about the oval chain rings because I've never ridden one, so I don't have much to say about them. But Craig is basically looking pretty good with his. Okay, we have the cutting edge Blade. Blade has just got away from these guys. Dango right now, he's paying a bit of cash. So we'll try to walk our way up to the front again to try to get you guys a little coverage of what's going on up there in front. We're right now with Craig, trying to show you guys exactly what's going on. Yeah, so Craig right now, he's paying a bit of cash. I know it will be hard for him to catch back in now because he's going into the wind. So that would be pretty hard for Craig. So guys, we'll walk our way up to the front right now to show you guys exactly what's going on. This is Mackie right here. He got lapped, but we are walking our way up to the front. We have to try to get up to the front to show you guys exactly what's going on. Guts is fighting. Gamble is actually trying to catch. So it's like a cat and mouse game between Guts and Gamble. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so there was a 6-man break, but right now it's 5 men. 1 man is right now out, and that's the Cutting Edge. So I think because of the name, probably he have gotten away and was able to leave these guys. So Danga is trying something right now. Danga is actually telling the guys try to help him, you know. But Danga should know that everyone only has 1 seat on their bike, so they are not entitled to walk. So there you have the line out Carvin, followed by Ralph, followed by Aaron, followed by Nicholas, and then we have Danga in the sofa seat. We'll try to go up a little more just to show you guys Blade. Blade should be right now turning around to come back down towards us. That's Blade right there, ladies and gentlemen, to our right. He's actually in force. So he's walking his way downwind right now, fighting his way, trying to get down. We are trying to see if we can get around the turn before these guys and head our way back down west right now. Yeah, trying to get around this turn pretty fast. Okay, so to our right, that's the guys right there. So you could get a little measure of the distance between Blade and these guys. I don't know if it would be wise to rush and try to catch up to Blade. So I'll take my time and I'll see if these guys could catch back the motorcycle. But to catch back Blade, we'll have to do a bit of an acceleration to try to see if we can catch him. So there you have it. We have these guys here to the right. That's the group with Dwayne Beard, Smurf, and Jason, Mackie. So we're actually walking our way back up right now. We're gonna try to see if we can catch up to Blade and see exactly what's going on up here with the Cutting Edge. But it's a pretty decent gap that Blade has, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we're right now doing 50 kilometers. And we haven't seen any sign of him as yet. Blade has opened a pretty good gap. The Cutting Edge is doing pretty well. I thought that we would get to see a little action between him and Danga, but I don't think that would be possible, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think it would be possible. Because actually we're not looking at the same Danga like years back, you know. Danga haven't been training so much, so that's how it is. But we're walking our way up to the front, trying to see if we get to the first man. This is the St. Martin rider. For those of you guys that don't know, we know him as the Cutting Edge, the Red Jet, Blade. So that was Blade right here. Walking our way, we're trying to get the turn. Walking our way up, trying to get to Blade. We could have probably taken an earlier turn, but we're walking our way up. It's pretty decent gap. It's a pretty decent gap that Blade has, ladies and gentlemen. We're walking our way. We're trying to catch him. These guys here to the right, I don't know how well they will work together to try to catch back the Cutting Edge, but the Cutting Edge is actually cutting through this wind. Okay, now we have a little sight of him right now. So we'll go up there just to see how well he's turning over. Try to give him a bit of highlight to show you guys, and then we'll wait and give you guys some coverage. Those are the other guys right there. That's the group with Smurf and Jason and Craig. Here we have to our right, that's Alan right there. So that's the Cutting Edge right there, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, he's doing his thing. St. Martin rider. He's doing the ground walk right now. He's solo by himself. looking pretty good. Okay, so to our right now, ladies and gentlemen, that's Cuts and Gamble right now. So Gamble has actually caught Cuts. So the cat and mouse game has really begun between Gamble and Cuts. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is your leader right here. This is Blade. The announcers on the line, they said it's 30 minutes in. So just to remind you guys, and for those of you that are just tuning in, these guys have 40 minutes of riding and then they'll do 3 laps. After that, 40 minutes of riding. So this is the cutting edge right here, ladies and gentlemen. He's right behind the police vehicle. This is your leader right here. We'll take a little pause just by the line to show you guys the distance between these guys. Ladies looking pretty good, but we'll wait by the line for a bit just to show you the gap between these guys. This is Blade sailing off right now. We're waiting to see if you can see the other guys on the horizon coming up. Just to give you guys a little coverage, we don't want to stay in front too long and make it a bit boring, you know. We know for a fact who's in front. We know that Blade is in front, so we'll wait by the line for a bit and see if we can get some coverage of the other guys. Okay, so there we have it on the horizon right now. We have some riders coming up. It's to our right. These guys has to go down and come back. So we'll wait and see if we can get you guys some coverage. This is the guys right here. This is the gap with Ralph, Donga, Aaron, Nicholas, and Carvin actually. So we're right now waiting for them to come back in, and then we'll give you guys some coverage. So for those of you guys that are maybe just tuning in, Blade is actually in front. That's a Sim Martin rider, the cutting edge. He's right now handling the ground walk. He's in front. We're waiting for the other cyclists. We'll pull off on the other side of the road just as they come. We didn't continue with the first rider because it would have gotten a little boring for you guys. So we're waiting right now for these other guys to come up. 32 minutes in. That's what the announcers are saying. Okay, so Carvin right now, ladies and gentlemen, is taking a shower. He's wetting himself because it's pretty hot out here. So this is the chasing group right here. The man in the lead is Blade. By the looks of this, I don't know who will commit and try to make their way back in. Donga is actually in Masters category, so Blade would actually be his competitor. So if it's anyone who should try to commit to this, it should be Donga. Cuts and Gamble back at it again. These guys are trying their best. But I don't know if it will be possible for these guys to catch back in. So there you have it on the horizon right now. That's the police vehicle to our right, and that's the leader right there. So as you guys know, we are going down to the junction. So Blade, he has a pretty decent gap there between himself and the chasing group, ladies and gentlemen. Trying our best to keep you guys posted on all the activities and all the action that is going on. So So these guys are making their way to the junction right now, the North Hill Junction. These guys are trying their best to get back in. I don't know who will commit to try to make it back in, but these guys are trying their best. So it's actually a 5-man group. It's a pretty hard headwind there on these guys. No one is really trying to commit. I know it's not intentional. Well, I think I know it's because probably the wind is pretty hard. So yeah, this is it right here. We're doing about 25. Yeah, we're doing about 20 to 25 kilometers right now. The pace has slowed down pretty drastic. These guys have slowed down a good bit. Right now everyone is freewheeling, so the cutting edge will actually be cutting away all the time on these guys. So we're just trying to give these guys a bit of a coverage. That's Donga right there, ladies and gentlemen. Then we have, okay, so ladies and gentlemen, right here on the right, Gamble look like he's doing a bit of a number on cuts right now. He's doing a bit of a number on cuts. Wow, Blade is actually coming back down. I wonder if Blade will be able to lap these guys by the looks of it. Let's see. I won't make any predictions, but it would be pretty interesting to see if Blade would be able to lap these guys. I know for sure he's opening the gap all the time because these guys are really not committed. The three guys in the middle, this is the guy in the blue and pink, the guy in the gray, and the one in the purple. Nicholas, Carvin, and Aaron. These guys are in the novice category, so they're actually in a different category from Blade. So it's not really a must for them to catch back in, but it would be pretty cool to see if these guys could walk together. I think it's Ralph, that would be the guy in the blue and black, and Dongo is actually in Blade's category. So those two guys are in the same category with Blade. Okay, so these guys have just reached the other junction. They're doing their turn right now around the cone. Doing their turn, making their way around the cone. Trying to give these guys a bit of a coverage. Okay guys, so alright, those are the other chasers right there. That's Jason, Andre, which is Belly, Smurf, and Craig. So for those of you guys that are viewing, will be viewing in future time, we're actually on North Hill Back Road. Blade is actually coming back up. Blade has opened a tremendous gap on these guys. I think we could say it's a done deal for these guys. Cuts right now has just gotten away from Gamble, so the cat and mouse game, the
think Cut
has just
spent all his
begun.
money?
Cut spent all his money. Vaughn was just telling me. I think he's suffering a bit right now. So hopefully we will get to see Gamble back again with Cuts. Mackie is trying his best right now, trying to secure his last place. He told me that he would have got last place before he started the race. So I think maybe his predictions might be right. Next time probably he could say he might get second to last, and maybe he might. So these are the guys right here, ladies and gentlemen. We're here trying to give you guys some coverage. Donga right now on the front end. Nicholas followed behind. Carvin. Then we have Aaron and Ralph. Aaron hands is off of his bars. I think he probably is doing some stretching. Over the course of these races here, you could get a little cramp, so sometimes you gotta stretch it off. As slow as these guys may be going, I know it's not easy. So we have to give these guys props. It's not easy to come out here and do what these guys do.
The second group closing in the gap, or
It looked like every time they would close every now and then, but then the gap opens back up, maybe coming in the headwind.
okay.
Yeah. So the group with Dwayne and these other guys, Jason, Belly. Okay, a bit of a tight one there. Donga came over on our side, so that was a bit of a close one there. Okay, Blade, the cutting edge, is coming back down right now. So we'll show you guys a bit of that. That's Blade right there on the front end.
I think Blade will definitely lap these guys.
So Donga is asking if these guys having a funeral. He's getting a bit agitated right now because no one wants to really like push. But really and truly these guys are not his category, so I don't think these guys are pretty pressed to do anything. So if he wants anything to happen, he would probably have to do this walk. What would be nice for Donga to do is hit an attack and leave these guys, but by the looks of it, I know he's not able to hit any attacks and leave them, so Donga will just have to sit down and relax himself. If the guys don't want to walk, then it's nothing he could do about it. So like I was saying, guys, I don't know if Blade will be able to lap these guys, but by the looks of it, he's coming pretty close. Everyone is dropping off their ballast tanks. They're trying to load back up. So they're dropping off some of that water, trying to see if they could get some refuel. They're here at the junction right now, turning back around, making our way back down to the west. So spectators is actually cheering on Donga, cheering them on, cheering on everyone. So we'll try to get back up a little more closer so that we can give you guys some coverage. This is Blade right here, ladies and gentlemen. I think Blade is actually closing this gap each and every time. Every time I see him, the police vehicle is getting a bit closer and closer. So most likely, Blade, I don't know if he will be able to lap. I can't predict that he will be able to lap them, but I know he's closing them in.
Alan looks as if he's holding on to Blade. He might be able to get back to the other group if he stays on Blade wheel.
Yeah,
Blade will definitely have those guys.
Alan is trying his best to stay there with Blade, using Blade as his taxi to get back in. But let's see how it goes. I won't make any predictions because, like I say, it could be really unpredictable. Cuts and Gamble is back at it again. They're back together. Seems to me like Cuts and Gamble are bunkum sab buddies, as the folks would say. Ralph is taking a bath right now. Sun is pretty hot, so he's taking a bath. So there you have it, guys. We're here with the second group. Well, these guys are the chasers. There's only one person out in front, and that's Blade, the cutting edge. So,
Darren, can you confirm? I think this would be there 40 minutes would have gone by the time these guys get back to the start finish line, right? So then they have what, 3 laps to do after that?
yeah, these guys will have 3 laps from here to go. So they have already put up the three laps already on the card. So I think their 40 laps is already over, and they are trying right now to walk down these 3 laps. So the race is just about finishing right now. One prediction we could actually confirm is that Blade will be taking home this victory here today, ladies and gentlemen. By the looks of this, these guys won't be able to catch him back. Blade sounds like he will be lapping. It seems to me like Blade will be lapping the group with Smurf, Jason, Andre, and I can't remember who. Oh, and Craig. So Blade, I think, will be lapping those guys. But what those guys could do is try to see if they could push it with the pace that Blade is holding to try to catch back in with these guys. So all hope is not lost. Let's see how well these guys to the back. That's the group that consists of Smurf, Jason, Andre, and Craig.
Be interesting to see how Blade time is compared to you guys. That would have been in the elite category.
Yeah, that would be pretty interesting.
They have on the time, they have on the transponder, so they should be able to get that information.
Yeah. So as Vaughn was saying, what he was trying to check to see if Blade time, how well it will be matching up with me and Delroy's time for the elite category. But Blade is riding pretty good. So it would be pretty interesting to see how much time he did this course in. But we actually did 4 laps. Blade and these guys are doing 3 laps. So we did 40 minutes and then we did 4 laps. He's doing 40 minutes and 3 laps. So we could at least average it and see how well he's doing compared to us. Blade is actually in the Masters category, and we were in the elite category. So we'll compare the times and see how well he's done. By the looks of this, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think there will be any attacks between these guys. These guys would just sit down and this ride would come to a sprint. Nicholas is a pretty good sprinter. He's ridden for quite a while, so I know for sure he will try his best to outsprint these two guys, Aaron and Carvin. I know him that much, so I could kindly predict something like that. So Nicholas would be the guy in the purple. Nicholas will try to outsprint these two guys. So there you have it. That's the police vehicle right there again. So this means the cutting edge is pretty close by. Blade is pretty close by. Okay, so Smurf actually has caught the taxi with Blade, trying to catch back into these guys. 2 laps more to go. 2 laps more to go, ladies and gentlemen. So we're trying to see exactly how this showdown goes. Once we see the police vehicle, we even hear it close behind of us, we'll pull to the side because the cutting edge might just be coming in to lap these guys. As we say, he might just be coming in to lap these guys.
And he might bring the other group with him too.
Yes, he might bring that other group with that consists of Andre, Jason, Craig, and one more person. Smurf, yes. Smurf was actually right behind of Blade, so these guys will catch that taxi with Blade and try to catch back in. Blade would actually be lapping everyone, but Smurf and the guys would actually be catching back into this group right here that we are following right now. So it'll be a pretty decent bunch sprint coming in with these guys. We'll try to get you guys the best coverage as possible so that you can see. Cuts and Gamble is back at it again. These guys are sticking together with each other. There you have it, Mackey. Mackey just got lapped again, but all good because we got to give him a little bit of highlight right now. We try to show you guys everyone inside of this race because in the years to come we can look back at it and show you guys. He say he's cooking on gas.
59 years old. How very good.
59 years old, ladies and gentlemen. There's people that is 15 and not riding bicycles, so I must say congratulations to Mackey for his commitment and his dedication towards the sport. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're hearing a siren. We'll try to pull to the side to try to leave Blade and these other guys come around. So we'll try to get around right now as fast as possible and leave the police vehicle. So we're walking our way up. We'll try to stay clear, at least walk our way in the middle of the road, just in case anyone wants to attack or overtake. We'll try to stay as close to the middle of the road as possible. The police vehicle will have to pass us, so we will speed up right now, ladies and gentlemen. We have to speed up. We don't want to be an obstruction for anyone. Okay, so we've just concluded that we'll pull off to the side just to leave these guys pass. So there you have it. That's the cutting edge right there. He's grinning a little bit. I know he's happy. Smurf and the guys weren't able to keep up with the cutting edge. They're actually passing the police vehicle right now. Well, Blade has actually passed the police vehicle. So now the police is trying to overtake, but there's another rider coming down. Pretty tricky on this course, so we all just have to be as careful as possible. Okay, Blade just attack and leave these guys. Donga is trying his best to stay with his competitor, but as you guys know, Blade has already lapped these guys, so these guys will just catch the taxi with Blade and stay there with him. But it won't be possible for these guys to beat Blade today. Donga and Ralph. So I'm pretty happy that Blade caught up with us so that we could give him a little bit of highlight to show you guys his victory. We could comfortably say that Blade will be taking it home today. Blade will be taking this one home today. He's talking with the guys. he has time to relax right now and just chat, more or less. Okay, he just hit an attack. No one will follow him. No one will follow him. There you have the cutting edge right now. That's the cutting edge right there. That's the cutting edge right there, ladies and gentlemen. He could comfortably say that he's taking home this victory today. He's taking home this victory today. He's smiling, he's happy. I know his wife and his son will be pretty happy to see this. When they look at the coverage, that's it. Crossing the line right now, and top for Blade. That's it for Blade right there. Congratulations to him on his victory. We'll just try to get out of the way right now so that these guys could turn around the cone. So we'll try to walk our way around the cone before the other riders so that we could get you guys some good coverage. Walking our way around, trying to get around. Trying to get around, and okay. So this is the chase group right here. Blade put some distance on these guys. He had actually lapped them actually. So right now we're waiting to see how this goes between these guys. They're going down to come back up. When they come back up, that's the finish for them. They'll go down right now and come back up. Spectators right now are cheering them on. It's pretty heated and excited right now by the line. So what we'll have is Ralph and Danga will be going in for the head sprint with each other. That's for the Masters category, if I'm not mistaken. Mackey say he's flat. That's it for Mackey. So I don't think it will be possible for him to finish. And then we have Nicholas, we have Aaron, and we have Carvin. So these three guys will be in the novice category. They will be sprinting against each other. I know definitely this will be a sprint because I don't think anyone will try to break away right now from this group. But it will be good because we like to see this kind of action in these races. It's fun to see a guy break away, but it's much more exciting to see a nice head sprint between the guys, you know. Okay, so Danga, right now, he checked out a little bit, stepped up his tempo. Ralph not leaving him go. So just so you guys can know, Ralph and Danga is in the same category. Ralph is actually a guest to Anguilla. He's actually a St. Martin rider. So they came over on the boat to show us some love, give us a little bit of participation in our race, and make our numbers a little bigger. So we must say thanks to the St. Martin riders for coming over to participate in our race, making this event a little more spicy and exciting. And whenever it's possible, we ourselves will go over to St. Martin to give them a little bit of support as well. Okay, so Aaron is shrugging his shoulders. He's trying to get himself set up for this finish. This is it for these guys right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is it right now for these guys. These guys are finishing. These guys are finishing right now. So we'll try to stay as close as possible just to get you guys to this action right here. We'll see exactly how this goes. The party right now is winding down to an end right now. So let's see exactly how this one goes. We have Smurf and the guys trying to catch back in, but they will have to do a pretty big effort to try to catch back in here. I don't think it would be possible for Smurf and the guys to catch back in. So we'll wait by the line after the race is done with these guys to show you guys their finish. So the police is right now waiting for these guys a little bit. So guys, we just want to say a special thanks to the Royal Angola Police Force for their dedication and their support towards our racing, making this race possible. We actually want to say a big thanks to AI Live for bringing you this lovely coverage here today. Okay guys, we are right up